Hey beautiful people, thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Hope you're feeling good, hope you're feeling great. If not, it's okay. This too shall pass, and I'm sending extra love and light your way. Remember, tough times don't last, tough people do. And everything that we go through is as crazy or harsh as it may seem, is to build something within us. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I got a quick download that I wanted to share, and um, the download that I got is um, it's it's necessary for people to be reprimanded. It's necessary for people to receive karma, because we see, it's a lot of stuff going on in the world, right? And we have our own share of things that we went through, we're going through, right? We all have our own experiences, but sometimes when we see people that we care for go through stuff, and it don't even have to be people that we know. Um, it could just be other people, you know, that you hear about things that they're going through on social media. Oh, I would say a lot of it's social media, like watching videos, but it could be like even people that you know that's going through stuff, and it's like when we see them going through stuff, we want to jump in and save them, right? But we don't understand by doing that, we're actually, it's like we're putting them at a disadvantage, right? Because we're here on official business. Our soul came here with a purpose, right? There's certain lessons that we came here to learn, and you're not going to learn until you have that physical experience, till you actually go through something. You know what I'm saying? And the things that we go through, right, is pretty much um, like a consequence, I guess, or I don't know how to use the word consequence, but it's just the things that we go through are like a reflection of the decisions that we make. You know what I'm saying? And if we're not, if we making decisions that's not good for ourselves and other people, and we're not reprimanded, right? We don't receive no type of consequences for it, then we're never gonna change. And that's the whole purpose of us being here. You know what I'm saying? We're spirits in a body, not bodies with the spirit. Once we leave from this physical body, we still gonna live on forever. The soul never dies. You're just changing states. So there's things that our soul needs to learn. It's like if you pay attention, like when babies, that's a perfect example. Pay attention to babies. They all have different types of personalities. It's like, yeah, there's similarities amongst all of them. Like, when in this age group they do this, and that age group they do this, right? That's the physical part, the human part of us, the humanness, right? But all of their souls are different, right? And all of them came here to learn different lessons, just like us. That's why we're here. And so sometimes when we make mistakes, or like I said, we make choices that are not good, we need to feel the consequences of those choices so we know not to make that choice again. Because if we keep walking down the same path and we're not being held accountable, then we have no reason to actually make a change. And that's the whole reason why we're here is to make a change. You know what I'm saying? Is to evolve on a soul level. So, you know, some of us, it's like we're empaths. So it's, and you don't have to be an empath, but some of us, we have high levels of empathy, right? Where we feel bad for people. When we see people going through things, it's like we want to jump in and help. We don't want them to go through this, right? But it's like, it's like when we think that way, we're thinking with our emotions only. We're not putting any logic, real logic into the thought process. You know what I'm saying? We're just going off our feelings. Oh, I feel so bad this person is going through that. This person is hurt, or this person is down. They're dealing with this or dealing with that, right? And to totally get it, right? But that's actually part of the lesson too for people who are like that. Part of the lesson is like, hey, you got to come up out of your feelings, right? You have to incorporate the right and the left side of the brain. Part of the brain is to analyze, the other part is to feel with your intuition, your emotions. You got to put them together. You can't just use one. You have to use both sides so you can look at things from a balanced perspective. I mean, the person, let's say for example, the person who was going around stealing from people, right? They they may deserve being put in a situation where they lose everything, right? And this is God teaching them a lesson. So on a soul level, they'll remember, right? We be thinking that when we see people go through stuff, we be thinking like, oh, they got away with stuff. They got away with this. They hurt all these people. No, they didn't. They did not. Nobody gets away with nothing, y'all. Nobody. The soul is eternal. Why, like, why you think some people are in the situations that they're in now? Like, if you think about this, and most people, they probably don't think about this, but that's something I always thought about from since I was younger. What is it that, what does God use to determine when we're born into this world? What does He use to determine the circumstances that we're born in? Some of us are born in good circumstances. Some of us are born in bad circumstances, right? What is it? It has to be something, some type of distinctive process, right? That's being used to put us in certain families or certain situations. It's our souls. It's on the soul level. So when people be thinking that people be getting away with stuff, absolutely not. Everything that we do, it sticks with us, right? And we can't take back the past. So, but what we can do is build up for the future, right? We can't take back the past deeds that we've done. Well, not the past deeds, but the past negative things that we've done. But what we can do is, from a genuine standpoint, you know what I'm saying, just start doing more good. Start working on ourselves, start changing. You know what I'm saying? And that will, in turn, it will motivate others around you to want to do the same thing. You know, some of us, or people that we're connected to or were or whatever, have people that are willing to support them when it comes to negativity, right? You know, people willing to team up with other people. Like, oh yeah, let's go against this person. I didn't like them anyway. Let's do this. And, you know, instead of being the voice of reason, they they egging the person on to put themselves into negativity. And then that very same person, once they get hit with karma, then their friend or family member, whoever was, you know, or they got to team up with them, they're gonna be feeling bad for that person. Oh man, look at this. This person's going through this and they going through that. It got to be the collective's fault. They got to be doing something, huh? Because these people, they don't believe that karma is real. And if you don't believe that karma is real, the longer you're gonna be on the karmic wheel, because that means everything that you're doing from an unconscious standpoint. That's the whole purpose of us coming into this world, is to awaken, to be conscious, to be aware, to know that, hey, this experience happened to me because of the decisions that I made in the past. So it's like where we can stop having that victim mindset. Oh, life is just dropping this on me. Life is just happening. God is not playing Russian roulette with people. Okay? God is he didn't just say any meeny miny mo and picked you and said you're gonna have this type of experience. No, this is a result of our past actions, right? Things that we need to learn. And it's not even for punishment. It's for the purposes of actually learning that on a soul level so you could be at peace. You know how many people who left this world weren't at peace? There's so many people even now in this world who are alive and still living. They're not at peace. So it's kind of like, if we're not reprimanded, right? If we don't receive consequences, then, like I said, we're never going to change. We got to have rules. Like, I used to be the type real rebellious. I don't like rules. And I still don't, to a certain sense, especially dumb rules, right? But you got to have some type of, we need that. Some type of rules, some type of boundaries, some type of regulations. We got to have that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, I just saw the word cursor in my mind's eye. It's, it's, it's like a certain blueprint that we need to follow so that we can stay on the good side. We gonna go through stuff because we came here to learn. So those experiences, those are your lessons, your unique lessons, right? But once you see somebody going through something, going through their unique lessons, you know what I'm saying, pray for them. That's like what you can really do. But don't enable anybody. Don't be so quick to jump in and help somebody. They got to figure it out on their own, because if they don't, they're going to make the same decision again. What needs to change is their thought process. That is crazy, y'all. Right when I said that, this bird just flew right past me. Like, yes, and it's giving bird flying, going higher. Somebody needs to. It's like these lessons that we're going through is to expand our minds so we can see things differently, see things in multiple ways. And we just got to get reprimanded. Once we touch that stove, that's when we realize it's hot. And I bet you we ain't gonna touch it again. On the soul level, we gonna feel that, so we gonna know. That's why some of us, there's certain stuff that we know not to do on the soul level, and it's probably because we've done it before. But we tightened up, we fixed it. So on the soul level, we know, we remember, we like, I remember that stove right there, that one right there, it's hot. I'm not touching that, right? Allow these people to go through karma, y'all. Don't be Captain Saver or whatever. Pray for people and ask God, if anything, pray for them to have an understanding, because that's the thing. A lot of these people are unconscious, they're unaware. So when things happen to them, they don't put two and two together. They don't realize karma is real, and that this is a result of their past actions. So anyways, this was something quick. Hope this helped in some type of way. Y'all stay blessed up, stay prayed up, and I'll catch you in another video. Peace, love, and light.